Support companies that help support the Stoney Ridge Farm. Subscribe to the channel and contact Farm Fence Solutions for all of your fence building and tornado wire needs.
Paint, baby! Woohoo! Hey there, folks. Welcome back to the Stoney Ridge Farm. My name's Josh, and this is my first generation farm. We're here on 150 acres in the foothills of the Blue Ridge Mountains in North Carolina, and we are getting ready to start putting in some fence posts. So, what we've got here is a Gale RT210. We've got a ProTech fence post driver from Farm Fence Solutions, and we've got the Big T, the big tractor out here. So this is Big T and the Woods Batwing mower. Fencing materials, we've got to get started on this job. So I've been procrastinating all year long because chiggers and bugs and ticks and stuff have been out in this grass. We're gonna mow and then we're gonna build. So let's have some fun today on the farm. All right, guys, welcome to the Stoney Ridge Farm. This is your first time here or your millionth time. Please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. We do everything rural lifestyle content here. And we've got a 150 acre first generation farm. We've got cattle out here. We move those cows twice a day to a new paddock of land, and we are regenerative farming, meaning we're building soil. So the byproduct of building soil is beef, which is awesome, food. So let's talk about the machinery we're gonna be using in today's video. So this video is kind of gonna be over a couple days. This is a ProTech P240 post driver. That goes on the front of the Gale skid steer. They also make them that will go on the rear of a tractor, just like Big T over here. We're gonna go see Big T, the TYM T1104 here in a minute. This is a Gale RT210 Gen 3 open station. In other words, it doesn't have a glass or anything like that, no window to bust. And this is the post driver. And this is a very large, heavy weight that falls down on top of the post and drives it into the ground, okay? All of our hydraulic controls are right here, and it's ran off the hydraulic system on the skid loader. Right over here are our fence posts, okay? So we have different size fence posts for different jobs here. We have some fence posts that are used for brace posts. We have some fence posts that are used for end post or corner post. And then we have some that are used for a stubby that go in the ground in the brace. You're gonna see a little bit of this today, and I'll post a link at the end of this video to a lot more great fencing information. This is the wire we're using. It is Tornado wire. It is Tornado Titan 134812. This stuff's been sitting up here for about 7 months waiting for me to get busy. Next thing we got to use, and this is the first part of the video today, we're going to be taking the Woods Batwing. This is the BW 15.5 Woods Batwing mower. Big old critter. It's 15.5 feet wide, and we're going to be mowing this pasture, and this pasture is approximately 25 acres, okay? We don't have to mow the whole pasture, but why not do it? This is the TYM T1104 tractor. It is a monster, over 100 horsepower tractor. We're going to be using cab tractor so we don't have to breathe all that dust. And what we're going to do here is actually raise the level of our Batwing mower right here. This is a spacer. This spacer goes into place over top of the hydraulic lift arm right here, and that will raise us up about that much more because we have rocks in this pasture, okay? Here's one of them. We don't want to bash these rocks with our fancy nice new mower, so we raise it up just a little bit higher. So first step in this process, we have to mow the pasture, okay? We're gonna mow the entire pasture. Then we're gonna come in with the fence post driver. It'll probably be tomorrow because I'm gonna do all my mowing today and park the mower for the season. So tomorrow we'll come out and we'll still be in the same video, and we'll start by driving our corner post. We're gonna drive our corner post, then we'll run a line of high tensile wire all the way around this entire pasture. It'll probably be close to a mile of high tensile. Then we'll mark where our line posts go. So corner post, Anywhere there's a bend in the fence, we'll drive those posts, we'll mark it, drive it, and then we'll get busy working our way all the way around this wonderful pasture right here. It's gonna be a fun time. This is a monumental undertaking. It's just me doing it right now, but I think we've got a couple fence crews that are gonna come out and help us out finishing the project. Big Daddy. Guys, having a cab tractor is a game changer in the world of farming. Holy cow, the air conditioner is on in here, comfortable as can be, dust free. What a game changer. If there's any regret I might have about what I've done on the farm so far, it's not buying a cab tractor to start with. I should have just bought a cab tractor when I first started, and that way I wouldn't have had to buy new tractors 2 years into having this farm. Let's get busy. Folks, we are in front of my computer right now, and I drew out this map. This is the field, and the skid steer is parked right here. I was just going to fence right around the edge of this field, but what I'm going to do is actually connect the front fence at the house right through here, and we're going to fence in a much larger area. So instead of fencing in this pasture right here, which is actually almost 17 acres, we're gonna fence in more than 30 acres right here, and we're gonna use less fence. So we're gonna be running a path up through the woods and opening it up. So that's why we're only putting in a few posts at different areas where the gates are gonna go, okay? We've got forestry mulching to do right up in here, and we have forestry mulching to do down in this area right here. So there's a lot more work to do before I can put this fence up. But now you can get the general idea. This is the field that we mowed. We're actually gonna fence in the forest right here also, so the cows have a nice place to get some shade. All right, guys, you can see this is the post driver. It's a P240 from ProTech Machinery. This is a beast of a post driver. It's a little bit on the heavy side for the skid loader that I have right here, but that's all good, no worries. What I'm driving is a corner post. This is a 4-inch post, and I'll show you also the stubby. So that's a 4-inch, and that's called a stubby. What we'll be doing here is making a brace out of this, but currently I don't have all of the attachments for the driver to make that brace. So first thing we got to do is we're going to put our feet down on our post driver, which is this critter right here. There's one foot. There's another foot over on the other side. You'll feel it shake here. There it goes. Get that guy squared up, and then we'll bring our weight back down. Just like so. Bring it down nice and slow right here with this handle. We'll go ahead and bring our mast tilt forward. Okay, tilting that guy up. Bring our weight all the way down, and then we'll bring this foot down. You'll see all that here in just a second. We're gonna knock this post in the ground. It needs to be plumb. So right here is our level, and then right here is my measuring tool. It's just a piece of PVC pipe. Right here are my lines. This is where my water gates go. This is where the post height for the water gate actually is. Well, excuse me, that's the water gate height. That's the height of my step-in post, and this is the height that this post needs to be driven to. So I'll put it right beside the driver and we'll drive to that height. Now, I have some notes on here. 16-foot gate is 195 inches for the gate opening. A double gate is 24 to 27 feet for a double gate opening. This is all good information if you're considering building your fence on your own, and you can rent this. This is not mine, this is a rental unit right here from Farm Fence Solutions. For a pro fence driver, this really speeds up your operation. You gotta spend a few bucks, but you make a ton more money driving in these posts. Let's get busy. But what we're gonna be doing is just setting a few posts today just to get started, just to get an idea of where everything's gonna go. So the corner post preliminarily will be set, and you can see me driving this post right now. This is a 4-inch corner post. We're actually gonna fence in, again, probably anywhere from 5 to 10, maybe 12 more acres of forested land. And what this is gonna do is provide some silvopasture for the cows to graze in. I'm actually gonna get a couple goats, and I'm gonna have the goats up here in the thickets and get the goats to clean out the thickets, clean out all the underbrush, eat all the briars and stuff, and then we'll bring cows in and let them graze. So we're gonna have some silvopasture mixed in with this regular cleared pasture that you see right here. Now the grass isn't the highest quality grass. It's all good, no worries. You can see from the mowing footage, little fuzz balls coming off of the grass. That is broom sedge or broom sage, and that's an indicator of poor soil health and a acidic pH. So the pH of the soil here on the farm is about 4. We're slowly bringing it up with soil amendments and with cow manure. So be sure you're subscribed to the channel. If you like this kind of stuff, hit that like button, guys. We've got a little bit more work to do, and then I'll take you around and show you exactly what the plan is, and you can see the thickets and all the briars and what we're going to be fixing up. We're going to make this place beautiful. Real farm life. Not enough hours in the day. The sun is setting here in beautiful Appalachia. This has been a 3-day process, okay? So let me explain to you guys exactly what I'm doing so that you understand when it comes to building fences how all this works. So this is the fence post that I drove in the video, and I actually drove 8 more all the way down through here. This is the corner post. In other words, you need to put your corner post and your turn post in first. So if the fence goes in a straight line, then it would just be a corner post and go to the next corner. If it's a turn post, meaning it's gonna come from way up in the bushes right here, come right down to this post right here, wrap around the post, and then it's gonna shoot straight down the hill here. So there's a bend, and you can see it from the aerial view. There's a bend in this pasture. So I've got to go through, you can see it a little bit better if I do it this way. So the fence will come to that post and cut back down the hill down that way. There are 16 total posts that are going to be corner post or bend posts. In other words, they're brace posts. So a brace will be welded to this, and I've got a stubby sitting here. This is called a stubby. It is a 6-foot post that will be driven below grade. I'll explain that to you, okay? So the fence is going to be pulling in this direction, okay? It's going to be pulling this post, let's knock that off, this direction, okay? Towards the outside of the fence, because it's going to round the outside of this post. So the brace will go right here. This stubby is driven in the ground about 7 feet from this post right here, and then there'll be a brace welded to that post and welded to the stubby that's down in the ground. That weld will be subgrade, below grade. Now, if this were a wooden fence, you probably would do your brace just a little bit differently. You might do a Rance brace or an H brace right here, but we're choosing to do all pipe fence from Farm Fence Solutions because pipe lasts forever. I bought all this pipe back in the day when they were way cheap. Now, pipe fence is a little more expensive now. However, you've got a lifetime fence. So that's the first leg of this fencing operation. We had to get the pasture prepped. I had to go through with these step-in posts. Let's see if I can find that step-in. I had it sitting over here. May have driven the post. There it is. So I went through a step-in post, just like this critter, and marked my lines. Did what makes sense. So I stuck them in the ground, I marked where my lines are going to be, and then I kind of did a line of sight down to the next post and to the next post and to the next post. And that's how we get started on the next leg of the fencing project here on the Stoney Ridge. It is approximately, after doing all the measuring on the GIS website, we're looking at somewhere in the neighborhood of 3/4 of a mile of fence, something like that. I've got over a mile of wire, and I bought 1,000 line posts. Okay, so that's the posts that go in between the corner posts. That's a 4-inch post. A line post is a 2-inch post. We got to go up through the woods right here. There's a little section of forest. It'll cut around the upper side of the pond, connect to the next fence, and so on. So that's it. Now I'm posing a challenge to you guys. Tell me what that is. Okay, we're going to give you a quick glimpse of it. Tell me what that is. That's for future use here. There's that one, and then there's another one down here in the middle of the field, and you'll see me flying over it. Guys, thanks a lot for joining me here on the Stoney Ridge. I've got to get firewood. Got to cut that tree before we build the fence, or it's going to fall on the fence. Thanks a lot for joining me today on the Stoney Ridge Farm. Guys, I'm just knocking out chores, preparing for the next leg of fencing. My goal is to have cows grazing on this section of the farm by January. Awesome. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks a lot, guys. Pound the like button, subscribe to the channel. We'll see you next time on the Stoney Ridge. Woo!
Well, come on down to the Stoney Ridge. Bring your wife and bring your kids. We're living life pure and sweet. That's the way it's supposed to be, Stoney Ridge. Woo!
I'll be running for just a minute here. Rocks. Everywhere rocks. I hear you.